Yo, pull up a chair, let the real talk begin. Faith on the table where the brothers lock in. Life gets heavy, but we stand our ground. Truth in the room when the circle comes round. No mask, no front, just real man here. Talking about faith through the doubt and the fear. From the grind of the week to the lessons we share. Welcome to the men's round table, pull up a chair. Men's round table series, step inside. Real men, real faith where the truths collide. Voices at the table where the stories get shared. Welcome to the men's round table, pull up a chair.
Welcome back to the Men's Roundtable Series podcast. I'm your host, Mr. U. If you're watching us for the very first time, thanks for making us part of your week. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, if you have any questions for myself or our guests, drop it in the comment section where you're actually viewing the show, and we'll try to answer those live on the air if we can. And of course, you can find all of our shows across social media and listening podcast platforms. Thanks again for tuning into the show. As you know, this show is a sister show to our Men's Roundtable Series podcast, which we do every Thursday evening, 7 p.m. EST, where we talk about everything relating to men's issues of every kind. We have a lot of fun with that. This spotlight is a one-on-one version of that. So we'll be talking to our male audience about things that are germane to men. In studio with us, speaker, trainer, author, and leadership and communication expert, Stan Lewis is here. Stan, how are you today? Good to see you.
I'm doing all right there, brother. You. Thank you for having me on here today.
The pleasure's mine. Glad to have you here, man. Let's jump in with the time that we got now. So We talk a lot about breaking free from mental captivity. I think it's something that we have a lot of discussions on our men's content regarding. What do you think is the exact lie that a successful and high-performing man tells himself that keeps him in that mental prison? There's probably more than one answer, but
there's a whole plethora of things we could go into with that. But first thing I want to say is thank you for hosting this type of forum. All right, because us men folk, we don't get out there and talk enough about the things that are bothering us as well as the things that matter to us. We tend to be a little closed mouth, and that'll lead directly into some of what I'm about to talk about right now. We have all of us, we're all human, we all have feelings, and we doubt, all right? And our doubt causes us to have a limited vantage point, brother. You can think of it like this. You know, we've all seen a beach ball, it's multicolored, but if I got four individuals and I say, hey, gentlemen, hold that ball up in the middle with one hand at eye level and tell me what you see. Well, some of us would say, hey, we see blue and green. Some other people say we see red, yellow. Our perspectives are different, but they're limited. And when we act out of that limited vantage point, you can also think of it as our comfort zone, which I'll get into it here a little bit later. It's not as comfortable as we think it is. Matter of fact, I hate that term, comfort zone, because there's nothing comfortable about it. You're just locking yourself into veiled safety and thinking yourself to be comfortable and calling yourself comfortable.
Yeah, veiled safety. I like that. If I'm not mistaken, you were a federal investigator, so you dealt with whistleblowers and people who were holding on to huge secrets that affect a lot of people. When it comes to the men in our audience, let you speak to them on this one. Physically and mentally, what does it do to a man to carry hidden secrets and live a double life? What's it do to a man internally?
It'll tear you up, okay? It's far better to step into your calling or to step into what you want to do or what God is calling you to do than to sit back in this comfort zone. Again, it's not that comfortable. And thinking you're safe. It's sort of like being in a dark room. It's cold, it's uncomfortable, but yet there's a light. And if we'll just get up and walk toward that light, step outside into the light, shut the door, we'll be a lot better off. A lot of men don't want to say anything about what's going on in the workplace. We see something that's unsafe. Well, I don't want to speak up because that may cost me my job, or they may see some tax impropriety with their boss and how they're doing their paperwork. And they know that it's wrong, but again, they don't want to say anything because I don't want to lose my job. And for us, a job, a lot of times, is our identity there, brother. It's our identity. And so we tend not to speak out when we should speak up. And bad things can happen. I was a federal investigator with OSHA. I just retired here recently. Then a supervisory investigator, then finally a mediator. And when you have safety issues in the workplace and you don't speak up, sooner or later, it's going to catch up to somebody. Somebody going to get hurt. Somebody may get killed.
Yeah.
And it's real sobering, brother, when you see a coroner's report come into the office there. You see the compliance safety officers taking that coroner's report or that medical report, and it's just real sobering. So we have to stand up for what's right. God will make a way. You know, there was a time, it's probably about 30 years ago, I was asked to do something illegal. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And when I got hurt in the line of duty, it cost me my job. They let me go because I had complained. I know that now, but I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad or anything like that, because if I was still there, I would not be here. And God just used that whole experience. So when I became a whistleblower investigator, I feel I was better able to help people because I had been through it myself. I understood how they felt. And sometimes people would call us, brother, you just to say, I don't know if we want to make a complaint. They just want to talk to us. If we can't tell them to make a complaint, but we would certainly hear them out and talk to them about the pros and cons of making a complaint or not making a complaint. But you should always want to try to do the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You have been involved with several legal cases. I guess we can call them high stake cases, if you will.
Yes.
One thing I noticed from the high performers that we deal with on our men's roundtable panel, or just in the course of men's coaching and things that I've been involved with, it feels like when we're in the boardrooms, any executive spaces, we got this innate ability to grind and to hustle and to get things done. When we face the emotional warfare in our own houses, we've seen it shrink back. Why is that happening, you think?
Well, let's go back to the limited vantage point, all right? Go back to that beach ball. We have to change our vantage point of how we're looking at things. So if I had those people just drop that beach ball a little bit, they'll be able to see all the colors. Did the ball change? No. What changed is your vantage point. And so if we get a person say, okay, hey, first of all, I need to change my limited vantage point. The next thing I need to do is to call out the doubt for what it is. So those things that are causing problems in the household, the doubts, the limiting beliefs, the negative self-talk that we're speaking into our minds as men, we need to call those out for what they are. And after we've identified them, then we need to go put an action plan in place to overcome those hurdles. And when we put action steps in place, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to hit all those action steps 100%. I'm here to tell you, you're going to fail. All right, you're going to fall down. But you know what? You get back up because, I know my Lord tells me, this rod and staff, they cover me. And even though I walk through the valley of the shadow, I am not alone. You are going to fail. Even if you go through the valley of the shadow of death, if that's what it's feeling like, that's okay, because you're not alone. Get up, dust yourself off, take a step back. Okay, what happened here? What is it that made this not work? Evaluate it, tweak your action steps, your game plan, and get right back on that path to overcoming that hurdle of that limiting belief. Because action brings about freedom. And moving forward brings about confidence. Even if you fail, all you did is learn a way not to do it. Failure does not mean that you stop.
Love it. And one of the things that we also deal with a lot in our travels with other men, husbands, fathers, brothers, and sons across the country and the world now, is the idea of the conditioning, those unwritten rules about how a man is supposed to be. I want to talk to you about something in regards to leadership with that, because you got some great endorsements from leadership icons like John Maxwell, whose work we definitely respect across the board. Is there one leadership principle that matters to you more than all the ones that you've learned? The one, maybe it's the one that's on your mirror or in your bedroom or in the refrigerator, whatever it is. Is there one principle of leadership that matters more than the other ones that you just live and stand by, that you just hold fast to?
There are 10 servant leadership principles that Robert Greenleaf created. He's the modern father of servant leadership, but all his servant leadership principles are based on the life of Christ. And one of those is seeing about the growth of others. What is a father supposed to do? A father is supposed to see into the growth of their children. What is a husband supposed to do? A husband is supposed to put his wife first. I know some men are going to be out there, oh, man, I got to put my wife first. Yes, your wife comes first.
Talk about it, man. It's all good.
And not only, you don't just keep this inside as something you tell yourself, you tell her, you come first. And you love and encourage her. I was in public service most of my life, and my wife is in financing and banking. She made more money than I am. I've heard some brothers say, well, I couldn't live in that situation where my wife made more than me. What are you talking about? I get my pom-poms out and go girl, you go. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what I called to do, what God has called me to do. And in many cases, that was at a lower pay than what she's making, but I'm still doing what I'm called to do. And one of those things I'm called to do, again, is to encourage my wife and let her know that I back her, I love her. We've been married 31 years.
Congratulations, man.
And she knows that after God, she's number one. It did come by children, did come by work, it did comes ministry. And that's a whole nother topic. People may get mad at me as you put work for ministry. Yes, I do. There's a reason for that. One thing, brother, I don't know if I had it in my biography there is I'm the North Texas District Director for Royal Rangers, which is a Christian mentorship program for boys. And,
no, it's not there.
And I'm a big time advocate of raising boys to be men. And I love my wife, as you heard me say, the greatest woman in the world. But when it comes to raising my son, that's on me. My dad taught me how to be a man. When I was 16, my dad said, you know what, from this day forward, you're a man. I do. But in the Royal Ranger ministry, I talked to too many boys who have no idea that they're men or what it takes to be a man. And I want to encourage you, men out there. You may not have had somebody who declared manhood on you, but if you will love and cherish your wife and put her first, if you will be there for your kids, okay? And again, building growth in others. That's what a leader does. That's what a leader does in the workplace, is build growth in others. And that's what you need to do in your household to encourage your kids. And if you have all daughters, I tell you what, there are some boys out there that need mentorship. And there's a lot of different programs like the Royal Ranger ministry where you could go in, because there are a lot of boys out there desperate, confused. They don't know who they are. They don't know what it is to be a man. And there's two choices, brother. Either you're going to grow up to be a Christian man, or you're going to grow up to be an adult male. I don't place a high value on an adult male. I do place a high value on being a man. With that, I'll leave it at that. There's a whole lot of other sermons I could go into, but
that's fine, man. Thank you for being here and for devoting this time to share what you've been sharing so far. One final question, then we'll close the broadcast out by allowing you to let folks know where they can find you and your work. Now, I think if I understand right, you save companies millions of dollars because you've caused them to face the hard truth about specific things going on in the business. For the men who are listening right now, the husbands, fathers, brothers, and sons who are dealing with self-doubt, who are dealing with limiting beliefs, who are at a standstill when they should be moving forward, tell them what's the most expensive excuse they need to kill today. The most expensive excuse they need to kill today.
Anything beginning with the words but, if, because. But if only this was different over there. If only I'd had the same opportunities they had over there. Or because I didn't have the opportunities that they had over there. Stop making excuses, okay? The words we think and the words we say become our reality. You need to change those words to I can and complete the sentence. I can fulfill my dreams. I can be there for my wife. I can be there for my kids. I can be the best version of myself. And sometimes we need mentors, brother. And I'm here to be a mentor. And people need a mentor. They can get hold of me. If I can't help them, I will find somebody to help them as a coach. But we all need people to stand in our corners as we fight this fight to be the best men that we can be.
Okay, especially that last part, man. The collaboration and the support, man, is pretty rare in our circles. They talk about it, but they don't live up to it, man. So thank you for doing that and putting that out there.
But you do, though. You doing it by doing this podcast.
I do it like this, and I do it in other ways too. And I feel like I'm by myself in a lot of ways, but it's okay. I know why I'm doing it. But thanks again for being here, Stan. Man, you're a gem for sure. Author, speaker, trainer, leadership and communication expert, Stan Lewis. Let folks know where they can find you, man, and then we go ahead and get out of here. Go ahead.
You can find me at inwardjourney.com. That's without the I. NWARDJOURNEY.com. Inwardjourney.com. There'll be a little pop-up thing. You just fill out that form, say, contact me, Stan. We can schedule a 15-minute call to talk to each other. And I have a book coming out in September.
Ooh, congrats.
Called Evict the Doubts That Have Been Squatting Rent-Free in Your Mind. And I'd love to collaborate with you there, brother, and have a discussion offline about how I can get that out to your audience and be supportive of your podcast in that respect.
Wow, that'd be amazing, man. Thanks for being so generous, man. Would that be on the same website that's on the screen right now on inwardjourney.com when the book comes out?
Yes, my IT people are putting that together right now. We're about to kick off the pre-launch. And what we do, I'll shoot you a note and you can let your audience know.
Oh, sweet.
Or maybe a little bit later we could get back together here in about a month and a half, and I'll be happy to tell your men folk all about it.
Yeah, I'll get you back on the show. That's even better, man. I prefer it that way. That'd be awesome, man. So we got up on the screen, but for those that are watching or listening and not watching us, we're going to catch it on the replay. It's going to be in the comment section. Also in the show notes, you can find that website with no I, WARDjourney.com. Stan Lewis, thanks for being here, brother, and for sharing your life and story. Fantastic insights from you, sir. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, brother. You appreciate you.
My pleasure. That's Stan. I'm Mr. U. This is the Men's Roundtable Series Interview Spotlight. If you are available for our Thursday night Men's Roundtable Series, jump into the chat session, the comment section, 7 p.m. EST, every Thursday at 7 p.m. We're rocking and rolling. Men are being changed and rebuilding from the inside out. Bless you guys.
Men's Roundtable Series, step inside. Real men, real faith, where the truths collide. Voices at the table where the stories get shared. Welcome to the Men's Roundtable, pull up a chair.